For thousands of years, we followed the signs, ancient symbols, aligned stones, encrypted maps, and finally, the gate opened. Its name was Echo Terra. It was the first doorway to parallel universes, and we stepped through. Now, we are in Auralis. The first light of morning shines through the mist, illuminating the river. The forest awakens. For thousands of years, the water has followed the same path, bringing life to the Miralyn Forest. Early hours, a group of natives moves in silence. They cross a bridge woven from thick vines. Their spears, a sign they're on the hunt. Above, a Saral eagle glides through the sky. On the tree trunk, two predators emerge, droll hunters, greedy eyes waiting patiently. Just nearby, a beetle hidden in the bark. Its armor covered in moss fragments, camouflaging its body. Moss carob, only one species among thousands. At the edge of the river, a snake with a translucent body. The glass serpent, master of invisibility. And in the water, stepping slowly, a majestic creature with crystal-like antlers. The river Antalunu, here to drink. This is a vast and watery region, with marshes hidden deep within. Towering trees, their roots buried beneath the surface. Mire grazer, the moss-backed giant herbivore. It spends most of its day in the water. The thick moss on its back helps keep its body moist even when it's out of the water. The males are larger, with a single horn just above the nose. With their multi-ton weight, they walk slowly through the shallow waters. Their movement stirs the decayed roots and mud, increasing the oxygen levels and opening space for new life to emerge. Each step helps sustain the balance of this fragile swamp. In the same waters, we spot a veil gator, lying still in silent ambush. Bog crown, a swamp bird, feeding on insects and leeches in the shallows. Its back is covered in tangled moss tufts, becoming a nesting ground for other birds. Moss lorises, calm and lazy swamp primates. Leaf thrush. Its green feathers blend perfectly with the leaves, a true master of camouflage. And here, a sweet pair in a courtship dance. The river cuts through the dense forest, reaching a hidden entrance. The water turns cold blue. The cave is silent and deep. As we move forward, what we see is breathtaking, a place of pure peace and stillness. Chambers wide and vast, filled with stalactites washed in shades of blue. Each drop draws a ripple on the water's surface. Silence, a perfect kind of therapy. At the cave's exit, a giant mushroom greets us, shimmering in opal hues, like a messenger from paradise. We've reached a colossal sinkhole. There's no way to enter except through this secret cave or from the sky. That isolation has given birth to a unique ecosystem, truly mesmerizing. Flocks of birds, parrot-like, colorful, glide across the open void. We've named them prismaras. From above, the true scale of the crater comes into view. On the ground below, species that live only here. Parents standing guard as their young feed. Deep within the forest, Miralyn scouts climb the trunks of towering trees. So high, they vanish among the branches. They hide, eyes fixed above, and they wait, silently. The tribe calls it the Sky Watch. It's believed they're waiting for a sign from the heavens. Why? We don't truly know. Perhaps a prophecy passed down from their ancestors. The sound of waterfalls echoes from afar. Water pours through the mist, like a curtain draping over the land. This force, flowing through the veins of Auralis, is now starting a new cycle. A group of fish falls from above, swept by the current, surrendering to the water below. They've lost their direction, and now their fate is written within these waters. At the base of the falls, creatures wait, motionless among the rocks. Their skin covered in scales, their muscles coiled with power. They resemble something from before time, silent, patient, and hideous hunters. We call them Torrenid reptiles. These feral creatures, when the moment is right, strike with a sudden lunge. Some end it with a single bite. Others track their prey without ever breaking eye contact. But not every fish meets the same fate. Some break free in panic, swimming with the school, driven by instinct toward their next life. For the lucky ones, this is a new beginning. In another branch of the river, life will bloom again. A brief moment, a nephra crab, its armored shell gleaming. A reminder of Auralis's hidden beauty. The blue skyrill eagle, eyes sharp, locked downward, the water a hunting ground from the sky. And then, symbols etched into stone, monuments aligned in perfect order. Once again, we face the traces of a forgotten past. Their origin unknown. But Auralis still protects this silent legacy. Water is the great shaper of life, just as it is on our own world. Across the damp soil of the Miralyn Forest, a line of ants moves with perfect order, each one carrying a small piece of leaf. The roles are clear, the mission defined. The colony moves as one, with bright orange bodies and large black eyes. These ants immediately catch our attention. We've named them floraclaws. Some colonies have almost translucent bodies. Tiny but powerful mandibles allow them to grip leaf fragments with ease. And yet, not every leaf is chosen at random. This species is native to the Miralyn Forest, and they seem to prefer a specific kind of leaf, one that glows faintly green under moonlight. We don't know why, but they have a purpose. The nest is hidden inside a passage beneath the tree bark. Some go in, some come out. The process never stops, daytime or night. But within this system, there is an unseen guest, a Verdros lizard, among the ants, still waiting. Its secret, a chemical silence. It releases a special hormone that renders it invisible. The ants do not sense danger. They pass right by. And then, the survivors simply continue their mission. In the shaded regions of the Miralyn Forest, we discover silent hunters, unusual plants rising from the ground, dazzling in appearance. But their beauty is deadly. With vibrant colors and translucent surfaces, they lure in butterflies. At the edges of the plant, a viscous fluid gathers, sweet and thick. This fluid is the plant's most effective trap. Its upper section slowly begins to shift, like the opening of a mouth, and the butterfly, drawn by instinct, enters. Toward the source of food, it has reached a point from which it can no longer escape. But it doesn't know that yet. Its movements slow down, wings fold, and the body sinks into the liquid. This is the feeding moment, a species belonging to the Ambrosivora letalis family. Now begins the process of digestion. Sometimes a butterfly, other times a beetle. It makes no difference. The plant waits, and at the right moment, it closes. A group of natives glides silently across the surface of the water, slow and steady, their eyes fixed on the river below. Just ahead, others are already in the water, searching for prey. They hold their breath, motionless, in sync with the rhythm of the current. To avoid scaring their targets, they act as if they're part of the surrounding life. That control draws the prey closer and allows them to remain underwater for longer. After a fruitful hunt, they've gathered by the fire, like a reward for silent discipline. And now, this small community within the forest shares a meal together. Along the riverbank, in fertile green clearings, we encounter a new species. With glass-like antlers and striking red eyes, we've named them Vitrilocerna rubra. They usually travel in herds, and during the cooler hours of the day, they descend to the river to drink. Some are covered in moss, others almost as pale as albino. But all of them are connected to the natural rhythm of the Miralyn Forest. Quiet, cautious, and yet magnificent. These delicate creatures are also the forest's most attentive listeners. But now, the silence breaks. Two young predators emerge, the Glytrox twins. Still small, but their hunting instinct has already awakened. And then, a familiar shadow approaches. Moss-covered fur and glowing eyes once again claim dominion over the forest. The Miralyn Forest is home to thousands of species. The diversity of evolution goes far beyond what we can imagine. At first glance, it looks like an ordinary insect, but this species contains two lives within a single body. When the shell cracks from inside, a new form emerges. It spreads its wings, leaving the old shell behind. Both are alive, but their paths have now diverged. The first one slowly retreats, searching for a crevice to hide. The second takes to the sky. When we first saw it, we were speechless, magnificent, as if we'd stepped into a living fairy tale. These crimson vines, stretching like red veins, have wrapped around the trees, covered the ground, and given everything a different reality. Our eyes locked onto the scene. The more we looked, the more astonished we became. We had never seen anything like this before. This invasive species is no ordinary plant. It doesn't just survive, it transforms everything it touches. We gave it a name, Sanguiflora rubra, the red flower that flows like blood. Under its influence, trees reshape, roots, branches, they all bear its signature. But this is not destruction, it's rebirth. The crimson tissue has become home to hundreds of species. Birds, insects, reptiles, they hide, they feed, they live within this red world. Waterfalls bring life, moisture, glow, and a pulse that never stops flowing. This place is not just beautiful, it's haunting and unforgettable. Deep within the forest, a structure begins to rise. The natives, working together, silent, coordinated, patient. Each one knows the land. Every fiber, every leaf in their hands is placed with care and purpose. This moss-covered dwelling is not just a shelter. It is a symbol of culture, of a way of life. Every motion reflects their bond with nature. As we pass by, they continue their work. And we witness this silent labor with respect. The surface of the lake is calm, almost still. The peaceful sound of nature washes away all our fatigue. Beneath the water, we encounter a masava, gliding gently like a seal with a moss-covered back. It moves forward, carried by a sense of pure serenity. The most playful creature here, a water mouse. It spends most of the day playing in the lake, just like a child. And the one who rules these waters? Glytrox, a carnivore that has survived since prehistoric times, frightening and fierce. Auralis remains a mystery in every corner, and we will keep exploring it.